We've been at this location since 1991 and the changes have been pretty seismic.
You can see so many shops that are closed, which is a bad thing, you know.
There are no police. Where's the policeman? Have you seen a policeman around here? No policeman.
Kind of put it down for the hometown. People say, why are you doing this in Croydon?
How long have you been doing business in Croydon and how has it changed here since you started?
Okay, basically from last 13 years I'm here. I'm doing like a tailoring and alteration in Croydon.
Okay.
I'm here in High Street about 12 years. Before I was in Surrey Street Market, 15
Nice.
years I'm here, yeah.
54 years, and it's gone from being a criminal activity area to being now quite down. We went through a very bad time. We've seen it up and we've seen it down, and hopefully it's on the up again.
Personally, I grew up in Croydon. I was born in Mayday, so all my life, really. And I started Riff Raffs about just over a year and a half ago now. We wanted somewhere cool and independent to go drinking. And unfortunately, we'd kind of, in the last 10 years before that, we kind of lost a lot of businesses that fulfilled that role. So I wanted to open something myself.
So we've been here for almost 5 years. We're going to celebrate our 5th birthday in July. I came here first time to try to sell coffee because I used to work for coffee roasters, and I went to Crush Bean up the road. And well, without them we wouldn't be here, because after going to Crush Bean, I've tried going to other places, but there was nothing around. So we decided to start looking for premises in Croydon, and we found this place here.
As far as business is concerned, I've never been so busy because I repair and sell analogue equipment, and as you probably know, record playing has become extremely popular.
I set up in Croydon to kind of put it down for the hometown. People say, why are you doing this in Croydon? And it started just after the pandemic, so I'm still building. As you can see, it's a labour of love. It's a record shop and vintage clothing shop, and week to week it depends on who's about, what's happening. Yeah, so I had to do it for Croydon because there's such a history of record shops and fashion and music.
Well, 101 Records has been in Croydon since 1986 and we've been at this location since 1991 and the changes have been pretty seismic.
What's the biggest change to you, do you think?
Really the way Croydon has gone downhill. Used to be a thriving cosmopolitan town, but due to underdevelopment and successive council failures, etc., it's now unfortunately it's a bit of a dump.
It gets worse, basically.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it gets worse, especially about the environment, about the safety.
Lots has changed recently. Unfortunately, obviously a lot of businesses aren't with us anymore, and I think it's been for multiple reasons.
It was a nightmare for some time. After a great deal of work done by all the services, the council, the police, etc., I was the president of the association, got it all together and stopped daytime prostitution, killings, muggings. Ended up having a £3 million plus gift, if you like, to help the street.
It's hard to tell what changed for us, but hearing from our customers, it's getting harder and harder. Loads of people are moving out because of the raising council tax. Most of my customers who just moved to Croydon moved because of the price of property, but even they don't think they will be staying here too long.
I used to just come out on my own, know that everywhere, do a little lap of town and see what was the most popping place, because every night there'd be some sort of live music. Yeah, it was kind of spoiled as a kid growing up, and then obviously the whole sort of council cuts, the whole sort of policing of black music in the town really messed things up, and it was a hotspot for everyone around the local area as well as the surrounding areas that used to travel to Croydon for all these things. But yeah, it's obviously changed a lot.
COVID didn't help. Most of the restaurants shut because of financial difficulties, but now we've started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seven out of about 20 that have reopened. You know. The biggest drag is the thing across the road that used to be very popular, called the Skylark pub.
If you could do anything to make Croydon better, if you were in charge, what do you think you would do?
How long have you got? There's no one single answer. It's not possible to answer that kind of question in a sentence or a paragraph. There's simply too many aspects that need attention.
Wow, that's a question and a half. I personally think some things need to be protected. So there's a lot of buildings getting turned into flats, lots and lots of fast food places and things like that, and that's fine at the time to make sure the buildings aren't empty, to get some money in and running through. But they're not places you can really sit in and eat. They're all just sitting at home, ordering online, and I'm like, well, how does that bring people into the town centre? It doesn't really.
Basically, we ask council to give us half an hour free parking for businesses, for customers during business hours. But unfortunately, for a couple of times, they rejected. The council and the police safety needed to more improve their job and their duty. This is the main thing.
Just support the arts, really. Like other people like Cronx Live, See Our Culture, yourselves, other people that are putting down like good events for the town, and like there's not enough funding or backing even towards like the end of the Borough of Culture, which wasn't even Croydon money, it was like mayor's money or Arts Council money. That was like just sort of dashed out at the last minute, and I know a lot of people that had amazing events lined up that didn't get the funding, and they had to like rush. We all had to rush to try and do stuff at the end and save Croydon. But there's money out there for these things, and if I was in charge, I'd definitely put it straight into the arts.
Oh my god. See, I'm not into supreme leaders because it sounds like a dictatorship. I like a good democracy, but I would say maybe get a few more bins and a few more speed cameras, because there is a lot of speeding and a lot of litter.
You know, the lack of investment, the general state of the place. Hopefully it will come with Westfield. But it's not really something you can answer in a quick sentence. No, there's so many problems.
Safety of people. For example, this is a pavement and people run up and down here, adults, on bicycles. My wife's been knocked down just once. Other people have been knocked down. There are no police. Where's the policeman? Have you seen a policeman around here? No policeman. I'm not knocking them because they've got important things to do, but if we let little things go wrong, they become bigger. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I think we need to try and preserve some of the spaces for other activities, social activities, or just services that will bring people into the town centre. And then once people come into the town centre and start spending a bit more money, then maybe other things can start happening.
It needs a bit more cohesive action between the councils and now Westfield. Westfield have only been in charge, inverted commas, for a few months. You know, it's not long since the partnership was dissolved. But hopefully they will come up with something. There's no early fixes, but hopefully they'll come up with something in the next few years, and in the next maybe 10 or 15 years, people will notice a lot of difference.
The kids need to be looked after, and then that will secure tomorrow's Croydon.